Algal bloom. Algal bloom क्या होता है? Increase in biomass of algae. Hello friends, I am Antika and in this video I will be discussing some facts about algal bloom. Bloom characterization, what are the causes of bloom, causative organisms that causes algal bloom, harmful algal bloom, effect of toxins and factors affecting the poisoning, quantitative assessment of parameters that causes the algal bloom, anthropogenic algal blooms, animals that are affected by these bloom, what are red tide, economic losses due to algal bloom, how to detect this bloom beforehand, monitoring of bloom, and we'll conclude the video with prevention of algal bloom. Some facts. This algal bloom can occur in marine as well as freshwater. And the organisms that are responsible for these blooms are cyanobacteria, which are actually blue-green algae. Then diatoms and dinoflagellates. These are also algae. Bloom can occur by single-cell algae as well as filamentous algae. ब्लूम का कलर क्या होता है? ग्रीन, ये येलो होगा, येलो, रेड, ब्राउन एंड इवन इट इज फ्लोरिसेंट. ये ब्लूम मोस्टली they are non-toxic, but even non-toxic blooms can affect, like they will block the sunlight. एंड इससे क्या होता है, जो सबमर्ज्ड प्लांट्स है, ग्रीन प्लांट्स है, they will not get the sunlight for photosynthesis. Again, these algae, when they die, they are broken down or fermented or whatever. They are broken down by bacteria. This whole process of degradation of the dead algae, it brings down the dissolved oxygen of water. So the water will become hypoxic. That will again cause death of aquatic organism. At the same time, bacteria will release harmful gases. Also, some of the blooms are toxic, which causes death of fish as well as the organisms that are feeding on this fish, even human being. As a whole, this bloom causes a bad smell in the water. How to characterize bloom? कैसे पता चलेगा कि bloom है? When the concentration of the cell exceeds 1000 cell per ml और chlorophyll जो concentration है, chlorophyll A की concentration that will exceed 100 microgram per liter, then only we can consider bloom has happened. What are the causes of bloom? एक तो है nutrient, nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, vitamins और amino acids. These have both anthropogenic as well as natural. Nitrogen from anthropogenic sources are like fertilization, over fertilization that gets carried away to the water body during heavy rainfall. Industrial nitrogen discharge, untreated sewage that gets discharged and wastewater that gets discharged in the sea. Deforestation के कारण soil erosion भी होता है और during rain these eroded soil end up in water bodies. Phosphorus is from phosphorus की source क्या है? Agriculture जो fertilizer है, urban runoff है, फिर untreated sewage and wastewater. आयरन की सोर्स क्या है? फर्टिलाइजर है या इरोडेड सॉइल है. आयरन रिच डस्ट फ्रॉम द सहारन रीजन, इट यूजुअली सेटल्स इन द अटलांटिक ओशन. इसके वजह से जो मैक्रो एल्गी है, सरगेसम, उसकी ब्लूम हो जाती है. इसीलिए वो पर्टिकुलर एरिया को सरगेसो सी भी बोलते हैं. फिर vitamins and amino acids, these are also part of nutrient that end up in water causing eutrophication. अब natural causes of eutrophication, like upwelling of minerals by wind or storm in the ocean. जब क्या होता है, हाई स्पीड विंड होता है, तो जो अपर लेयर ऑफ वाटर, जो एपिलिमियन है, वो इट्स इट हैज हाई टेम्परेचर एंड लो न्यूट्रिएंट, और जो हाइपोलिमियन है, it has very low temperature and high nutrient. When they get mixed, this upwelling causes high nutrient lower layer to mix in the upper layer. Ab algae, as it gets more nutrition, naturally they will grow. This type of upwelling or intermixing also occur in the lakes, stratified lakes, during autumn or spring. This can occur once or twice in the whole year depending upon ये monomictic, dimictic या polymictic lake है. Then residual sodium carbonate, ये irrigated water में काफ़ी मिल जाता है, और detergents भी one of the source of sodium carbonate. Even जो aquarium में if we overfeed the fish, they will produce more wastes, which means more nutrition to the algae. So in overfed fish aquarium also we can get this algal. Ship ballast water. What is ship ballast water? When we see the cargo is half filled, for maintaining the stability of the ship, for proper sinking of the ship, we add some water. We take some water from the surrounding ocean in the ballast tank. And when the cargo is full, we usually pump out this tank, ballast tank water. So from one port where we have been discharging cargo, तब क्या करते हैं हम लोग, to maintain the balance of the ship, we increase the amount of water in the ballast tank. When the cargo is full, again we remove the water. So from one port we take water, another port while removing the cargo, we again take water, while the cargo is full we remove water. So एक पोर्ट का वाटर दूसरे पोर्ट में आ जाता है, which can cause transfer of both non-native species, animal and plants, as well as this dinoflagellate cysts. Non-native जो plants and animals है, उसके कारण ecological imbalance तो होता ही है, लेकिन ये जो dinoflagellate के cyst, ये locally bloom भी create कर लेता है. Overfishing. No, most of the fishes are planktivore, and when we remove these fishes by overfishing, तो जो प्लैंक्टनिक algae है, उसके ऊपर से predatory pressure कम हो जाता है, तो naturally they will be increasing its number. Without any predatory pressure, they will increase, they will cause a bloom. Low salinity or calm water during the summer is also a cause of bloom. Intermittent or low condition, maybe we can observe this bloom. Sea cage fish farming. Now, what is sea cage fish farming? We do fish farming in cages. Cages, why? To prevent the fish seed as it is growing up, to prevent it from predatory fishes, predatory birds, we create, there is a केज, और उसके ऊपर और साइड में से और एक केज है. We put fish seeds here, and also what we do is we put the food of the fish is also there. Naturally क्या हो जाता है कि some of the food it gets dissolved and it causes bloom in the surrounding area. अभी एल नीनो, एल नीनो क्या है? एल नीनो है साउदर्न oscillations. It usually causes red tide in the Pacific Ocean only. And global warming, it is also a cause of the greater incidence of algal bloom. Decline in the population of filter feeder. Filter feeder जो oyster होता है, due to pollution, increase in pollution, we can see lesser number of filter feeder these days. Filter feeder, it filter feeds on the planktons. Naturally, if there is lesser population of filter feeder, so there will be no predatory pressure or low predatory pressure on the algae. Naturally, now this is a silo bloom. As we see, there is a continuous streak in the water, and this continuous streak has some dots of other color, and it is usually very bright colored. ये है cyanobloom. Organisms that are responsible for the cyanobloom are these organisms. On algal bloom, we see that there is discolorization, not a continuous discolorization, but it is a very discontinuous one, and we find some scummy algae also. This scummy bloom usually is not that tall. The algae is responsible for the algal bloom are these organisms. Harmful algal bloom. Now, harmful algal bloom, from the very term we know that they causes disturbance in the ecosystem. How? They produces toxins that gets bioaccumulated. The higher the level of organism is in a food pyramid, the more will be the bioaccumulation. And this toxin produced by the harmful algae, it will affect the developmental, immunological, neurological and reproductive capacity. Now by developmental we mean that the entire process from one zygote to embryo to the kid born. So that developmental process will be hampered. Then again immunological. Immunology is a natural response of the body to any foreign antigen or foreign body. Now this capacity to fight with any foreign body will be compromised due to this toxin. It will also cause compromisation or damaging of the neurological parts of the body like brain and the nerve. It will also hamper the reproductive capacity. Toxins can cause inflammatory and tumorigenic action also like Aplysia toxin, D-bromoaplysia toxin, link biotoxin. They can also cause bleeding and organ damage, especially this nodularine toxin. They can cause irritation of conjunctiva, skin, coughing and sneezing. Mainly, they will cause irritation in the epidermis and the endodermis. Brevitoxin causes this type of disturbances. Saxitoxin causes paralysis by blocking the sodium channel in the plasma membrane of our cell. Effect of toxin. Now, effect of toxin is twofold. One is neurotoxin and one is hepatotoxin. Neurotoxin produced by the dinoflagellates, they cause gastrointestinal disorder, neurological problem. In neurological problem, it can cause diarrhea, muscle weakness, loss of control, nausea, paresthesia, tingling, numbness, and respiratory paralysis. In hepatotoxin, it will affect the liver and it will cause bleeding and massive degeneration of factors that affect the poisoning. The rate of poisoning ये डिपेंड करेगा ट्रॉपिक लेवल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म. जो जितना हायर ट्रॉपिक लेवल होगा एक फूड पिरामिड में वो उतना ज़्यादा अफेक्टेड होंगे. टॉक्सिन रिटेंशन टाइम. If toxin retention time of the organism is less, then naturally the effect of toxin will also be low. Depurination activity of ribosome inactivating protein. जो ribosome है, it helps in protein synthesis. If we inactivate this ribosome by another protein, naturally the proteins that will help in immunity, like the antibodies, they will not be produced that much. So depurination activity of ribosome will also affect in manifold increase in the effect of poisoning. Quantitative assessment of parameters for eutrophication. क्या क्या parameters क्वांटिफाई कर पाएंगे हम लोग यूट्रिफिकेशन को डिटेक्ट करने के लिए? If the chlorophyll A content is more, if the total dissolved phosphorus, total nitrogen, biological oxygen demand and the chemical oxygen demand is more. These four total phosphorus, nitrogen, BOD, COD, they determine the level of nutrient in the water. Secchi depth disk, it determines the turbidity. If the water has more dissolved matter or nutrient, then we will get a very low value for the Secchi depth level, which will conclude that there is anthropogenic algal blooms. We can see many anthropogenic algal blooms in Lake Erie, which is caused by the Microcystis aeruginosa. In Gulf of Florida, in Gulf of Mexico, Florida, or New Zealand, red tide due to Carina brevis. कैलिफोर्निया कोस्ट में स्यूडोनिसिया के लिए ब्लूम होता है. That again due to dominoic acid causes shellfish poisoning. South African coast में भी we observe bloom due to Alexandrium catinella. Gulf of Maine जो कि अमेरिका में है, there also we observe Alexandrium fundici causing bloom. Poisoning of the shellfish. Southern California में we can see bloom due to Lingulodinium polyedrum. New England में due to Alexandrium tamarense. In Darling River, we can observe algal bloom due to Anabaena circinalis. James River due to Cochlodynium polycricoid. In China, we can see algal bloom due to Ulva species, which is a macroalgae. Brazil, we can see due to Myrionecta rubra, and in India, in Chennai region, we find algal bloom due to Noctiluca. Animals that are affected by these blooms are shellfish, copepod, fishes, birds, turtles, and marine mammals, which include dolphins, manatee, whale shark, and human. What are red tide? Any red colored or brown colored algal bloom is called red tide. That is mainly caused by diatom and dinoflagellates, namely Gornia lux, Dinophysis, Chatronella, Amobifia, Carenia, Gymnodinium, Noctiluca ceratinea. Also, we can find algal bloom due to this ciliate Mesodinium rubrum. What it does is it eats the algae and keeps the plastid and uses this plastids to prepare to synthesize food by photosynthesis. So this is a very good example of symbiosis between the plastids of of the algae it feeds on and this ciliate. Again, red tide The conditions that causes red tide are very similar to the algal bloom. But not all red tide are toxic. But few red tides they produces brevitoxin, saxitoxin, ichthyotoxins, and they causes fish death. Economic loss due to algal bloom. It affects the fishing industry as well as pearl industry, creating dead fish zone. Which is a hypoxic area. It causes ecological degradation of the whole area also. Once there is tide, up to 2 weeks we can see this fish death and also death of organisms that are connected with fish by food chain. Bloom detection. How do we detect bloom or how do we monitor that bloom is going to happen? NASA has started a project called CWIFS where they have field sensors which detect biooptical parameters of water every 48 hours by the help of remote sensed satellites. And NAME's North Atlantic Aerosol and Marine Environmental Study ये भी एक प्रोजेक्ट है 5 year के लिए that uses ship, aircraft, satellite and floaters and drifters. इन सब में सेंसर होता है जो कि डिटेक्ट करता है सीजनल एज वेल एज मेरिडोनियल प्लैंकटन एज वेल एज द बायोऑप्टिकल कैरेक्टर ऑफ वाटर. इससे ये लोग प्रेडिक्ट भी करते हैं कि बायोजेनिक एरोसोल्स कहाँ पर है और एल्गोरिदम लगा के ये प्रेडिक्ट भी करता है कि हाउ when where we will get a aerosol cloud. Then prevention of algal bloom or remedy of algal bloom. What we can do is number one, so we have to use limited amount of fertilizer. Then we have to do drip irrigation so that there is no excess water, no agricultural runoff. NOAA have done research work and they have suggested to create a buffer zone between agricultural land and the water body. This buffer zone can be a vegetated patch or well as a wetland. Many lakes in Europe and America, they are prevented from water pollution by use of this Oshioski tube. This tube, this is a tube that mixes the hypolimnatic water with the epilimnatic water. So the hypoxic water from the bottom of the pool, which is also very rich in nutrient, it mixes with the upper layer. If the upper layer is already eutrophied, but this mixture of water, this hypoxic water, oxygen deficient water, if mixes with the eutrophied water, it won't create a bloom due to lack of oxygen. Again, the seafood are checked regularly by USDA so that no poisoned or toxic shellfish or any other fish gets to the local shop or hotels so that we don't get this poison. That is the video. Thanks for listening to the video. Please like, share and subscribe.